Mm-hmm. Yeah, you told me.
So, okay, all right. So, a couple sessions at least, probably 3, maybe 4, depending on what you guys do. If you guys just mess around a bit, then it could go longer. Of this whole kind of little mini arc. So we can kind of get through it partially depending on how well we get used to using Foundry instead of Fantasy Grounds, and then we'll switch back over to Embers.
This is now going to be the third. What do they call these? The background program that runs this game. What do they call these? Tabletop simulator or something? What are they?
A virtual tabletop.
Virtual tabletops is going to be the third virtual tabletop now in less
You're learning.
Yeah.
Well, fantasy. The idea for me, anyways, is we'll be migrating to this as long as it works as well as it seems to, and all of us like it well enough to do this. Certainly over Fantasy Grounds, anyways. Then we'll migrate to this, and we'll just sunset using Fantasy Grounds, and then up to you, Justin, when you want to do that for Roll20, to move away from Roll20. But as far as story background setup, though, Drost and Westra are Ben and Becky's characters, of course. At the Rose and Thorn, business has been good. It's been 6 months since the events at Wave Echo Cave. Radoth and the Common End kept their promise to pay you back for all of your efforts in keeping the Forge out of Samarog's hands. Bill orders for bounties come in almost daily, faster than you guys can handle them. They come in from the constabulary, various criminal syndicates, and even sometimes the church. And keeping up with demand has been overwhelming. You've begun hiring on additional bounty hunting agents to help with the workload. Agents like Azra, who is a strange but remarkably adept mage from a faraway land. That is Fox's character, of course. 2 days passed. You received a bill order to track down the leader of a notorious bandit gang known as the Hopeless. This would normally sound like any other bounty, except that 1, the patron insists on coming along with you, and 2, he requires that the gang leader be brought in alive, or you won't earn a single copper for your trouble. But the payout is 80 platinum, the equivalent of 800 gold, so worth every effort to bring him in alive. The patron believes the gang leader Yorick to be holed up somewhere in the port city of Knotside, which is 2 days west of Mist. He has asked you to meet him there. You've arrived early in the morning, late in the evening, rather. The sky is darkened by storm clouds, and rain has been pelting you and your horses for an hour now, until finally, in distance, through the thick fog, you see a sphere of light approaching, and as it gets closer, you make out the details of an old wizened man riding atop a giant glowing beetle.
Well, hello. Are you the adventurers that I put out the help wanted ad for?
Yep, that would be us.
You don't look like much.
Through the din, it's very thick fog and rain. Ben, were you saying something?
Oh no, I was just saying. Josh was just saying we can get the job done as long as there's enough money.
Well, 80 platinum, and need this guy alive. Might be a little difficult, but you got some information, and I need that info.
You guys can move yourself. I have each of you are on mouse, by the way. So if you will click on the animal, Fox, you just dismounted. It doesn't hurt anything. That's totally okay. You can dismount anyways and move yourselves. But if you click on the larger square around each of you, since each of you are mounted, you can move those. You each have ownership of the horse. And Justin, exactly. You can move Jeff.
I figured it out. If I'm not on the left-hand side, I still have the measurement control clicked, so I have to click basic controls again.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you guys that too. So whatever you have clicked on the left side is what your interaction is going to be. So if you click on the person in the top left, then it means you'll move your tokens or whatever you have there. Now you'll see, obviously, the light will move around with you. There is fog going and rain. Like I said, I really tried to punish this one as much as possible. So, if it's a little bit laggy, just let me know. I'm just trying to figure out kind of where the line is of how much stuff I can put in without making it too much. And as we're
figure out how to remount. Yeah, I don't.
So for mounting or unmounting, you would highlight both you and your animal or whatever it is you're going to mount. Or if one of you is going to carry the other, like if you're wounded, you would do it the same way. If you highlight both and then right click on the animal,
there we go.
Then,
okay.
Yeah, you pick the little horse icon and it'll mount or dismount.
Nice. Okay.
So you guys, Ben, Becky, or I get used to your new names here now. Westra, Drost, and Ezra. Each of you have your own horses. Those are your horses. In fact, actually, Westra and Drost, the horse that Ezra's riding was Alice's horse. After she left, of course, she left the horse behind. And then you brought a fourth horse with you for packing and supplies and so on. That's Paige. Paige is in the back. You guys have control over Paige as well, so you can move her. So, anyways, go right ahead. Sorry, I just wanted to get over kind of the control layout stuff. Go ahead.
Oh. So, nice to meet you. My name's Ryloth. I hail from the Misty Forest. And just so you guys know, he's actually an older. You can't really tell because he's wearing a hood, but he's an older half elf. Actually, I think he's a human. I lied.
Yeah, he's full on human.
He's an older human. I forgot that the character that I put in the other thing. I just
hang on. Don't, without spoiling it too much, make a perception check on Westra, because you're the only one close enough to be able to pick this out. It is really dark from the dark clouds, and it is late in the night. So make a perception check for Westra, which would be on your character sheet, and then your skills in the bottom left corner.
Where are this?
So on your character sheet, the attributes page, sorry. And then you'll see all your skills on the left, and you just double click on the one you want to roll. It might be a single click even.
Just out of curiosity. And then you have to click normal again?
Well, if you had advantage or disadvantage or whatever, then you would click the options. There is I can change that so that it will automatically roll a default unless you use the advantage and disadvantage in the bottom right corner. I just haven't done that yet. All right, So with a 12, Westra, he looks familiar, and at first when the bill order came in specifically for,
I can't hear anything you're saying.
We're already pushing it too much.
Literally
I could hear you though. I could hear you fine. Just
okay. Well, so Ben and Becky, you guys are a little bit choppy right now anyway. When Becky, when you're talking, so I don't know if it's because this isn't any more resource intensive for your network than Fantasy Grounds is. It might just be needing to restart your guys' network, restart your router. Is it still choppy, or is it clearing up at all, Becky?
It clears up for a little bit, but then it gets super choppy.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit again there. Do you want to restart your router real quick? See if that helps.
Yeah.
I can see the network information that's transferred to you guys, and it's not any more than Fantasy Grounds is. So it should be okay.
Anyone want to play dragon chess?
Is that what you picked for your?
Yeah, I was just
tools?
going through, just randomly clicking shit. I'm like, all right, this, and this. You know what's funny? As soon as I think are you guys still on, or they jump out?
They're still here. Well, I don't know if they can hear us. They're
okay.
Out of. They're still in Discord, but that's probably just Discord takes a while to disconnect.
The rain sped up on my side as soon as they dropped off, the visual.
Mm.
Yeah, I see the rain a bit more now. Okay, so I used light because you said it was dark. I'm just gonna put a bit of light.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You guys. Oh, I haven't got a chance to show you that yet. But for example, this is really fucking cool. But with the dancing light spell, if you use the torch, it automatically drops all four on the map. It drops the little 4 orbs that you move around for dancing lights, and you can move them individually wherever you want, and they act as lights.
Really?
Yeah,
do it. Do you have it as a cantrip?
Yes, it's a cantrip.
Do it.
All right, so right click. You already have your torch up. I think it might default to light first instead of dancing lights, but if you cast, at least when I do, if I do it from Ben's token, it will drop the 4 dancing lights on. We'll do it as soon as he gets back. I'll have him do it.
Okay, because I didn't drop them for me.
But it must default to just using regular light then, because you have both, don't you, Fox?
Yeah, I have both. I have light and dancing lights because dancing lights you need to keep concentration, so I wouldn't be able to use them in combat. So if I have to use a light source in combat, I would use light, and then I could still use something else with concentration, which I only have 1 attack with concentration, so I'm super happy I can use more skills than I can on.
You're not as limited anymore.
Because 3/4 of my spells are concentration, and I can't have 2 concentration spells up as a druid, so I'm just this is...
Yeah.
While they're reconnecting, I will be right back.
Okay.
So I forgot that in our game, I made him an elf because I thought it would be more fun to have him be an elf.
Oh, okay.
But when I made the character in in here, I just left him as a human because I think he is a human in the other
He's
game.
definitely a human in the book.
I just thought it was
but-
more fun to make him an elf. We didn't have any elf characters, you know.
Yeah. At least
But it doesn't matter for this. I'll just play him as a
well,
human.
I mean, in this at least, then yeah, as long as it doesn't really matter too much. But if he's
Doesn't
going to be
matter
here longer, then
It would matter in the other one because he's like 196 years old, so he'd be a pretty old human.
yeah, I mean, they know the Radoff they know is human.
Yeah, so I can make him a half elf. He could be a half brother. Mom was a slut.
That's what, when you said half elf,
She loves the cock. No. We'll keep it as a human because I don't feel like messing with my character sheet on here, and it's easier for me to just remember it off of this one.
Sure.
I think this is why I think it's funny when people they're like it's gonna take me like a few days to make a character. I'm like, really, it's gonna like it's really that of like, all right.
Yeah, it's just not that complicated anyway.
Really, especially when you realize like it doesn't make that much of a difference, man. Just
Here's the thing: if you're going to be making a character that you're going to be playing for a long time, like a long couple years campaign or something,
yeah,
then
but if it takes more than like because remember, like especially if you're starting at a low level.
Becky's back. I'm hearing myself feedback, but it's not that loud. It's okay. Can you hear us okay so far, Becky?
So far.
Okay. Yeah, you're clear so far. It's just a normal feedback. Remember last week when I said I was hearing myself? It's the same thing.
Ben has you on the speakerphone.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Yeah. So far you guys sound perfectly clear. Say something, G.
Yo.
Okay. Are you eating or something?
No, it's. I can hear you fine on mine, but it's taking a minute to pop up on his phone when you talk.
Are you on the Wi-Fi, Ben, or are you just using the like your cell connection?
You are. That's why. I forgot to plug that in.
So far, the network stuff seems it's actually a little bit less even than what Fantasy Grounds normally is, as far as what Fantasy Grounds has to stream to you guys, which I was curious about. I was curious how the network transfer rates would hold up. So it's actually so far it's just fine. But if I need to reduce the effects, like if it's better, we'll test it here in a bit. But if I take out the rain and the clouds and things like that, if it helps, then it doesn't really. They're cool atmosphere things, but they're not necessary atmosphere things. I guess is how I'd say that. So if it helps, then I can turn those down.
Everything seems to be fine now.
Yeah, you sound perfectly clear for us so far.
I'm trying to get a good. I'm trying to get a good.
Trying to get a good what, Justin?
I'm trying to get a good setup with my two monitors to make this. Unfortunately, it's the laptop to an external, and the resolution just doesn't line up right.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to use one browser window across two of them.
Exactly. So that's where I'm having because you can't open these up in other windows, right? I can't open up like.
No, not yet. There is an add-on called Pop Out that may function that way. I haven't really tested it yet, but there's ways to do everything. It's just a matter of how much effort it's going to take to set certain things up. So I mean, I'll eventually get to all of it just to have the the kind of quality of life that I like in a.
Because I'm almost thinking it might be best to do that. Close my character sheet and then leave D&D Beyond open on another window.
You can do that.
Works. In fact, if you want let me go into my D&D Beyond character. I just want to see what happens if let's say I.
You have to download the add-on. It's called Beyond 20 is what it's called.
I think I already did, but let me see.
Ben, are you in now? Like, you say something?
Yeah. You hear me?
Yeah, and I'm not hearing like the delayed anymore either, so it sounds good now. Cool. All right, so then pick it up where we left off. Like I said, guys, be patient. Of course, I mean, you guys already have been. Be patient, just because this will take some adaptation time of
be patient.
Rough spots.
Patient.
But
so,
Westro, with that perception check, the name that was on the bill, the bill order for this bounty hunt, looked familiar. Didn't really ring too many bells because it's not that uncommon of a name. The name was Rayloth, Reiloth. Here, I'll put it in the chat. That is who had requested it. And now that this old man is standing in front of you. He looks vaguely familiar with that perception check. You know, it's with the glow coming from his beetle beneath him. He is clearly a relative of the leader of the Uncommon End that you've been working with, Radolf.
Yep. Anyways, so what you see in front of you, riding this very large beetle, is a old human, between probably 80 and 90 years old. Looks somewhat frail, but he's also decked out in very nice attire. So although he's getting wet from the rain, he's wearing like a dark, deep purple with gold inseams, a long robe, matching hat with a hood from the robe. All of his clothes underneath also look very fine and pretty ornate. Like he's fairly comes from a wealthy class, and he looks to be very, very well man about town. Pretty wealthy gentleman. You also do notice something that doesn't match at all with his attire. Hanging around his neck on a chain, it looks like a human ear that is hanging around his neck on a thin chain. So, I guess you're the people who want to get this 80 platinum, huh?
Yeah, you sure you're gonna be okay going with us?
Well, yeah. I've been doing this. It's been a while, but I used to do this much more in my youth. But I'm okay. I'm sprier than I look. Isn't that right?
Stay in the
And
back.
he kind of talks into the little ear he's got hanging around his neck.
Oh boy.
All right. Okay, so
And he absolutely has to be alive.
yeah. So here's the deal. I was minding my own. When I was young, I had a friend. Okay, his name was Anton, and we'd go on adventures, and we'd go through tombs and caves and dungeons, and we'd fight everything from giant squids on the oceans and ships to big scorpions out in the desert. And we were once in this underground cave in the desert, and there was a sarcophagus, and we found this artifact, and it was a little bit too powerful. We didn't think that anyone really needed this, at least not yet. So what we decided to do is we put it in a magical box. I kept the box, and he kept the instructions on how to open the box. Now, the way it was made is if anything tries to break open this box, the item inside is destroyed. And unfortunately, my friend, he passed away not too long ago. And as I was riding back from his funeral with his journal in my pocket, I was basically jumped by this gang, call themselves the Hopeless. And they robbed me and they knocked me out. And I heard before I went unconscious them talking about what they needed, and this is what they came for. And when I woke up, the journal was just burned to a crisp next to my wagon. Nothing else was taken. And I can only assume that they were after the information to get into that box. And I need to get that information from that son of a bitch. I think his name is Yorick. So that's pretty much it. Isn't that right? And he talks into his little ear.
Man.
So,
Okay.
you need him alive, and then I need to get that info from him.
But he can be just barely alive, right?
Well, I don't know how complicated it was. It was kind of my buddy, see, it's kind of like, hey, when one of us passes away, the other one can get the thing. We made a deal, a contract. Little did we know we'd live till we're fucking 100 years old. But now I'm here, and this is where we're at.
Okay.
So it depends. I mean, if it's just like a simple couple of words to open it, maybe, but it might be a little bit more complicated. I don't know. Better safe than sorry.
I wish I could drop a side. I'm this guy is fucking insane.
And in your research, having gotten the bill already, Westra, you know that the Hopeless are notorious in this area, and that they have a hideout somewhere in the port district of this town that you guys are just outside of, called Knotside. So you have a general idea of the area that they're in. It's just a matter of going in and rooting him out and finding Yorick.
All right, and then I guess we better get going.
Oh, do you already know where to go?
Mostly, we just gotta go get him.
That's pretty fantastic. Do you mind if I ride that other horse? My beetle's only gonna last a few more minutes.
Sure, if you can figure out how to get up there with all the equipment.
Is there a bunch of shit on that horse?
She just saddlebags. She's not overloaded.
I can do it. I'll figure it out. and then. Oh no, I can't. Can I not delete the?
I don't think you guys have permission. There's permissions for everything, so I could go through and give you the permission. You do have ownership of your beetle, but you can dismount. Yeah, I named him Jeff, by the way. Your beetle's name is Jeff.
Oh, his name in the other game is Sprinkles.
Oh, I forgot you already given. Okay, I forgot actually you'd already given him a name. But anyways, with the beetle, you guys, I think you have ownership over Paige as well, Justin. So if you highlight both you and you just draw a square, highlight the both of you, and then right-click on Paige, the horse, and then there's an icon on the top left that looks like a horse.
Which one's Paige?
The one that you're standing by.
Got it.
So you can just just draw a square around those.
I got that so far.
And then right-click on the horse.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Are you on the measurement? Is that what you're on? Make sure you're on the people.
No, I'm still on the people. With the same icon that looked like the writing one for the. It won't select now. Come on, man! You just had them selected. Just did this. Maybe I don't have.
I may not have here. I can do it for you here.
Okay. Damn it!
Then,
I'm so old. It's so hard to climb on this fucking horse.
And then if you click on the horse and then use the arrow keys and so on, you can move around that way.
I'm up. No, I'm not.
Paige with the approval, the clear approval by Westra, just stands there. She kind of moved over into the grass and was nibbling in the grass while you guys were talking.
That's a good pony.
Not tied to anything. She's actually been following Azra, or Azra's horse anyways, just that's what she was apparently instructed to do, and she's just been following and then just went over to go eat. But you hop on within it without any difficulty whatsoever. She seems pretty docile. She's actually kind of a half-breed of a draft horse, so she's quite large. But you hop up there just fine. She doesn't appear to be perturbed with your presence.
That's a good pony.
Then, for the sake of simplicity, I normally, like you guys know, obviously in Embers, I let you guys play through, every minute that you choose. But because this is intended to have been a one-shot that already kind of expanded to probably 3 sessions, I have a little bit of hand-waving between portions of it, just to kind of keep things moving along. So we will hand-wave into, if you guys, is there anything else you guys want to do, or are you just heading into town and going to the area that near the port district that they must be in?
I can't think of anything.
Okay, then if you guys are heading straight there, I'll go ahead and start that scene. Everything in Foundry is broken scenes. It'll be super dark for you guys, don't worry.
Because we're inside.
Actually, if you're in a bunch of alleys, yeah. But you should be able to click on yourselves, and then Ben, I'm gonna have Ben do this.
I'm glad
first.
I went through the effort of trying to get on a horse.
It doesn't even matter. I'm just part of that was just to test how this would all work. But Ben, do you have yourself clicked on? Do you have yourself highlighted? I'm not sure if it automatically does it. So it's super dark, so I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it at all to begin with.
Well, I see that we just have a very small area of view.
Yeah, I have you guys in a line. Ben, do you see yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there I am.
So click on your. Okay, yeah, click on yourself and then right-click yourself. And I'm gonna have Ben do this so that you guys can see dancing lights how this works. But just narratively, you guys can do whatever you want. I don't care. I just want to show you guys how this actually functions in here. But if you right-click on yourself, Ben, the top left icon for you will look like a fire, like a little icon for a fire. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Click that. And now you see how it dropped 4 lights around you. Now, by default, it selected one of them. So it's super dark, so you can't see very well. I'm going to go and just move them for you for now, and then you can move them wherever you want them to be. But if you throw out those dancing lights, remember dancing lights are the 4 little flames that you can have, put them wherever you want to. You can move those around. and then if you just left click somewhere, then you'll be able to see everything again. Like you'll go back to being able to see the whole area. Do you see what I'm talking about, Ben?
Okay.
They'll be illuminated now. And let me pick one of them here.
I do not know why my character has dark vision. I do not remember. Ooh, I have potent cantrip. I forgot he has that.
It's probably, if you picked elf, that would be why.
Which is weird because it shows human. It's obviously human according to D&D Beyond.
I don't know then. It might have been one of the choice,
Something else I chose, yeah.
Yeah, things you picked.
Because this is actually, I scaled them back from a higher level, and so I don't know. I lost a couple things.
Oh, gotcha. So, all right. So, you guys follow. You head into this area of the knowing that you're chasing someone essentially. You come into this area of the alleys in Knotside that is their well-known, their kind of area for their gang hangout somewhere here in this area. You've essentially been following probably a gang member you at least suspect anyways this entire way, and occasionally he'll dip around a corner and then be disappear for a minute, and then you follow around the corner and he'll keep looking over his shoulders and noticing you. It seems like he's gathered that you've spotted him, that you've made him, and keeps running further and further away, and you followed him into this area, up these stairs into this alley. What are you guys doing?
So maybe we need to be either more sneaky or like faster. One of the two might help.
Yeah, Wester's not good with sneaky. She's in chainmail.
All right. I mean, I'm probably not the best to be trying to run up to one of these guys. If we're just trying to catch him, right, for some information.
Exactly. We're just trying to follow him to his hideout.
Let me see 1 second here. Nope. Okay, I'm going to cast... Oh, no. I don't have that anymore. Double checking on my spells here.
Real quick then, Ben, you can... those dancing lights, so you have 4 of them, and you can move them around wherever you want to. You have ownership of them. I can move them too, but you have ownership of those dancing lights, meaning that it will allow you to put them wherever you want them to. If you click on one and then move it, just click again anywhere, just at a random spot, and it'll deselect them so that you can see yourself again. Remember, if you're going to move yourself, you would have to click on yourself and then move it. It works the same way for anything that you own, like an animal or your dancing lights or whatever. You can also set them to follow anybody. So you could put one of those on each person and it'll automatically follow them. So I need to figure out how, because it works definitely if you do it via the torch, Fox. But if you just cast it, it doesn't seem like it puts them automatically on the map. But Ben, I think it's just because it defaults to using because he doesn't have light, and so that the dancing lights would be his only option unless you had a torch.
Okay,
so anyway,
so it is default to light instead. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, real quick, this has nothing to do with the game. Where are our spell slots on this?
Oh, okay. So in your character sheet, so if you, for actually, Drost and Wester don't have any spell slots, but in your guys' character sheets for Fox and Justin, if you click on Spellbook and then the cat, like the header where it says first level, look to the right of first level and it'll show 4 out of 4.
Got it. So those will...
And when you cast a spell, you can automatically have it expend the spell slot.
Let me reset these.
Yeah, because if you cast it and do the test, then put them back on, so they'd be full still. But Ben, if you wanted to, you can set those dancing lights to follow each person, so everybody would have one of them following them. Or if you're trying to be sneakier and don't show them, it's up to you guys, however you want to handle it. What are you doing?
So, what am I paying you guys for? Let's fucking get this guy.
What are you doing, G?
To move them actually closer a bit to in front of me here, so that way they're not shining around that corner to the top left, to the northwest.
They do. They emit a good 15 feet or 20 feet or something. Like the amount that they emit on the map is accurate. So whatever the amount of light that is showing, it will show around corners and everything. It'll be obvious that they're there. But if you remove them, then you guys can't see. So it's up to you guys how you want to handle it. You can discuss it in character of whether you're going in sneaky without light and just trying to fumble your way through the darkness or what.
Well, I'm pretty sure here as we're following him.
Yeah, there's 4 of us. Let's just get him. Let's run fast. I'll be behind you guys.
Do you want the dancing lights to follow each of you then, G?
Yeah, I'll just have one tag it with.
Okay. So how you would do it is just like for the horses, you would highlight both, you and one of the dancing lights, and then you would right click on it and then click the steps.
Oh, this is so complicated already. I love it.
It's really not. It's actually super easy, intuitive. I'll do it. I'm going to do it for you guys anyways, but it's actually about as simple as it could get. Like, it's literally just, it functions exactly with the way you would expect it to for anybody that's used any kind of a web app.
I had a moment the other day of how absolutely you could never do my job, Jeremy. There's just no way.
Because I can't put up with dumb people.
Having someone, I was literally watching a guy trying to sign into Windows 10 because he forgot his own password for like 10 minutes. And I was on the phone with him. And I'm literally like, so listen, what we need to do, no, don't interrupt me. Sir, we just need you. No. And then keep entering the wrong password. And he tried to enter his password where it said like, enter the digits we sent to your email. And I'm like, sir, if you check your email on your phone, I'm just, hold on. And he kept doing the wrong thing for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Did you imagine?
Anymore.
Dude, I had to take a break after. I'm like, this is some bullshit.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead then, Ben. So this is the order that you guys, you can change your marching order if you wanted. I put Dross in the front if you guys are trying to be sneaky, but you guys can change your marching order and then go ahead and move yourselves around, whatever you're going to do.
Well, I can't get past 3 people, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Go!
These are very tight alleys.
Let's go! Who are we chasing again? Oh, I know, I remember now.
So click on yourself, Ben, and then start, moving yourself or whatever you're going to do. You can actually move through each other. There's no collision detection as far as the system is concerned. But, okay, so in that case, then, as soon as you come out of the alley, since you have light coming from there, go roll a dex save for me, G. So on your character sheet, on your attributes page, where it says dexterity, there's the +4 in the bottom left and a +7 in the bottom right. Click on the +7. That's the save.
Oh, so bottom right saving throw, bottom left checks.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just lagging from those.
Okay. You should try playing from the desktop anyway, G. The laptop, especially as old as that one is, it's no surprise if it's having performance issues.
I would mail you my extra monitor that I'm not using if the cost to mail it wasn't more than the monitor's value itself.
I set them up with a desktop and 3 monitors, I think, even.
Well, that's too many monitors. You only need 2. 3 monitors is too much. Then you look like some kind of weirdo.
With 8 plus TV and 2 laptops.
You look like you work for like some other you're like a national spy from some other country or something with that going on.
Okay, double click on it or what? I didn't do anything.
I think if you click on it once, you get another window that comes up as a normal roll.
Yeah, so whatever it is, just click it, see what happens. We're figuring this all out together, so don't worry about it.
I think when you click it, it gives you a... Oh, no.
Actually, I'm clicking. Nothing's happening, so...
Yep, nothing's happening for me either.
How do you do it? Oh, not proficiency.
Is it
okay, there we go. So click where it says the word dexterity. You click that. Click it once. Just the word dexterity at the top.
Oh, saving throw ability test.
There you go. Yeah.
Is it really considered an ability test or check? I always call it check.
Check. Yeah, I don't know why it would say test.
And then you choose
Jeez, those are the ugliest fucking dice, dude. It's cool. It looks like, I think they're skull. Is that skulls on there, G?
What's weird is here, roll again, G, or Ben? No, I'm calling him G. Because I can't tell.
We were kids.
It's confusing my brain when he rolls it. Like I can't.
Try it again,
then. Supposed to be a tiger, and now it came up as like green skull.
Oh, okay. Then maybe you didn't click save or whatever when you did it. It looked like green skulls. It looked like the Misfits, the skull face from the Misfits.
Yeah, I think
that's exactly what it looked like. Yeah.
We're testing it again.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. Well, the actual.
Yeah, your first one still a 25 total. As soon as you flip yourself up around the corner, by the way, if you hold down Shift, you can rotate what direction you're facing and everything too. So keep that in mind. But as soon as with the lights surrounding you, you come up around the corner, you hear a twang of an arrow hitting the wooden wall to your left. And you look to the left and see the crossbow bolt is kind of vibrating in the wall there, where it just bounced off of the and stuck into the wall. And you see off to the right the man you were chasing. Off to the right side, you see him over there. I just revealed it.
Can I roll to see if I saw the crossbow bolt, or did I see it?
Yeah, go ahead. Just perception check.
I'm gonna try to do as many of these things as I can so I can figure out how this shit works, especially if I'm gonna fucking running it.
This is part of the reason that I wanted to do this as a one-shot, guys, is because I didn't want to kind of mess up the narrative flow of Embers by taking too long for certain things. So we can kind of figure it all out with this, and then we'll move back to Embers. With a 24, yeah, you not only see it, but you hear it. At the top of the stairs, an arrow, it just sounds like an arrow, but you look up and it's too short, it's a crossbow bolt, flings into the wall, as soon as it kind of had flung towards Ross, who dips out of the way just in time, and it sticks into the wall and kind of vibrates there the way that like a cat might play with a little door stopper majiggies.
So I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat on myself, and as soon as I see it, I'm going to say, excuse me, pardon me, coming through! And I'm going to run up as fast as I can to see if I can find this person that shot this crossbow bolt.
Well, as soon as you are then visible and approaching with Expeditious Retreat on, go ahead and cast the spell because you need to put it up for as far as the concentration effect. Is the effect up? I don't see the effect on it.
How do I do the effect? I rolled it and then it showed up in the thing, and then I don't know what else I have to hit.
I didn't test that. I have the thing here. Which one is it for concentration? If you right click on yourself, you'll see to the, actually, I'm not sure if you guys can do this, but on the right side, do you see one that looks like a person with an aura around them? Yeah. If you click on that, that's all the effects. Concentration is, there we go. It's a skull, or it's a head with a circle, like a refresh in the middle of it. I just put it on you. And now if you got hit, then it'll automatically remind that you have a concentration effect up.
Oh, okay.
As you come up around the corner, though...
Even though I've got Expeditious Retreat and I'm moving like the wind?
He was already reloading the fire again, anyways, but is about to, seeing you come up around the corner, was about to fire again, is immediately turns. Hang on. Here we go. And
you're not going to outrun me, motherfucker!
Oops, I just locked the door. Runs through a door here, and you hear the door slam behind him.
So I'm going to immediately just run up to the door. Anyone else helping me?
I mean, if we're gonna chase, everybody roll some initiative.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're giving chase. We're gonna earn that platinum, guys. And by we, I mean you. Okay, initiative. That's gonna be. I feel like it's on the attributes page.
Well, if you so here, I'll put you guys in the combat tracker. I'll do it this way. Since I don't need the lights in there. You guys are in. I'll put Fox in there. I'm going to move that light real quick.
Oh, that's right. It's in the combat tracker.
Well, so if you right-click on yourself first, you would right-click, and then the bottom right corner, it looks like a shield with swords. You click that, it'll put you in the combat tracker, and then you can roll your initiative there. Fox, I'm putting you back where you were. There you go.
How far would I have gotten with Expeditious Retreat?
Those are cool dice. Who has the smoky blue looking one?
Hi. I spent a while on it.
It looks good. Good job, Fox.
Thank you.
How do you change your dice?
So if you wanted to change them, it'll take a bit. So
don't care. No, we're gonna get this.
It's not hard. It'll just take you a minute to do it. So do it between you, before after your turn or whatever. Gears in the top right corner.
Got it.
And then configure settings.
On it.
And then module settings.
There.
And then there's a button that says 3D dice settings.
Got it. Okay.
And then you can tinker with them there.
We're gonna fucking murder these guys. Except for the main guy. We need him alive. Don't forget it. Super important.
All right. So the Westra rolled first. Westra got a 14 and was somehow highest with a 14. It is your turn, Becky. You see the arrow? What's that? Just hit F5. You can refresh pretty much any time. Ben, if you hit F5 on yours for the laptop, it's probably by default. It's probably like screen brightness or something like that. So you might have to hold down the function key, the FN key in the bottom left, and then hit F5.
That effing key. That one
Yep.
effing key.
Yep.
He went to the doorway.
You know what is kind of nice about this is Expeditious Retreat only lasts 1 minute, but that since we just jumped into combat, I'm down.
Yeah. It's a concentration effect, but it's still
It's
good
true.
speed. Did you hit
So-
F5, Becky?
It made the computer lag a lot. Apparently, she can't even hear you.
So
Let
I
me
did.
turn off.
So
Go ahead,
just as a heads up, F5 did not work for me. I had to click reload this page with my browser.
Okay, then in that case, the system might be, or the Foundry might be intercepting the button presses. So if you actually hit in the top, then Ben and Becky, both of you, then if you can tell her to the left of your address bar, if you're using Chrome, is the reload this page. So just to the left of it is a circle with an arrow on the end. Just click that, and it'll reload.
Okay, she's still lagging, so I'll tell her. Or she will when not lagging.
Okay.
So.
Whew.
In the combat tracker, it shows a little concentration effect on rail out too. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I see it. Now I'm wondering how it does the automatic auto checks, or does it do the checks automatically, or do I roll to see if I keep concentration?
It doesn't.
Or do we
It
not
doesn't roll it for you. It'll just tell you that you're concentrating on something already. I think, and then you is the DM. I can overrule or whatever the case is. But basically, as far as the
know? So do I get a roll for my concentration check?
yeah, you would need to roll for it. Yes.
Roll. Cool.
That's kind of the half step stuff I was talking about. How Fantasy Grounds would just automatically do the roll for you, which
It's
is fine
funny,
and all.
The
But
biggest problem with Fantasy Grounds is I don't think it's harder to like see all the aspects that go into the game.
Mhm.
I think it's neat to like know what people are rolling for and stuff like that.
yeah, because the automation like goes too far, and to me anyways, goes a little too far in that case, in that it kind of takes away a lot of the agency, player agency of things working, the way that they want to.
Yeah.
Say something, Beth. Becky?
Oh, she's having to control alt delete and close out of it. She'll be back in a minute because it was still frozen. So.
Weird. That sounds like a memory leak. It shouldn't still be, kill Chrome, then tell her to kill Chrome, so use Task Manager to kill Chrome and Discord both, and then relaunch both. And thankfully, since, there's nothing as far as setup, like Fantasy Grounds takes a while to, load up and everything, this is literally just load the browser and type in the address or just click your bookmark and you're good to go. So it kind of is able to move by pretty rapidly, thankfully.
So I know that processors and memory are important for things like this, but for some reason, solid state hard drives, no matter what, improve the
Everything,
quality of
yeah.
my life. So like a lot of people, I have clients who are like, I already upgraded the memory to 16 gigs, and I'm like, yeah, but your hard drive's shit. You
Yep.
have a 60-year-old standard drive, and it's just sorry, like they're just not great.
Yep.
But it's 2 terabytes. Yeah, you're using 38 gigs of that. Good job. Super useful.
Yep. After I move everything out of my office, I'm gonna have that spare gaming PC from my office too. Maybe I'll take it up there and have Becky use that, and Ben can use the work laptop, or you can just play from the desktop that I gave him.
Becky can hear you guys again now. She's loaded back in.
Okay. Say something, Becky.
Hello?
Okay. All right. Cool. If it crashes again, I'm curious what the memory amount looks like for Chrome, because Chrome is extremely memory.
It's on Firefox.
Yeah, the desktop has 5.
Huh. I wouldn't expect it to have as much of a problem in Firefox, but
Did you add the dancing lights tokens, or are those in the program?
I didn't do anything. I was actually
That's
surprised when,
fucking cool.
yeah. I didn't even know it would work that way, except that I was using Ben's token when I was doing testing on some of the walls, and he didn't have torch.
This
So when I
map,
clicked the torch icon, it automatically kicked out the dancing lights, like the little forwards. It was really cool.
so this map, like I'm trying to like just move up, and like I can't move up because there's a wall there. So did you upload this map and then just draw those like imaginary lines?
Yep, that's exactly it. So I uploaded just the PNG for it, and then took 2 minutes to draw the lines out where you literally just click here and then click the next, where the corner would be, and then click again for the next where you just hold down Control while you're doing it. And just
I
goes
almost
2
feel
minutes.
like if nothing else, it's worth it for that. And then even if you were manually rolling everything else, it would still be worth it.
Yep. Yeah, there's a ton of cool features that are built into this, and you guys can see that door straight ahead of you, right? Does it look like a door icon for you guys?
It does.
Yeah. So if
All
you
those
like,
are,
if
there's
you
supposed to be a door above me as well, and you just are like, nope, not today, buddy.
well, that's the thing. Now that could actually be a secret door,
Oh.
and I can put that on there, and you wouldn't see it. So I could put a secret door in like a regular wall, and it would just
So
look
if I wasn't chasing after this fucking guy, but I'm not looking for doors. I'm looking for some fucking vengeance to get my shit back. My best friend died, and his asshole stole his journal and read it and burned it like a cunt. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Right.
You back in, Becky?
Yes. Okay.
All right.
So, can I get past straws?
Yeah. I mean, as long there's so the alleyways here are like 8 feet. Like there's enough room for you guys to get past. It's just it's not enough for like going walking side by side.
You can't fight next to each other because you're going to be stabbing each other in the buttholes.
So, which way did he go?
To
He
this
went to
door right in front of me.
the door up right.
I think I said that too loud because I definitely heard myself on somewhere else.
Yeah, it was feeding back from
Yeah.
Ben's phone through Becky's microphone.
30. Oh, man. How
Not
do I
even-
turn myself?
Not even
hold on,
jumping
shit.
the stairs. When I was a young man, we just jumped stairs. We didn't bother going down them. There's no time for that.
Yeah, you can. I put an invisible wall there so that you couldn't just
Really?
walk yourself. But you can literally you could have jumped off the stairs, been fine. It's not that high.
Oh.
So we'll just call it that was 15 to get to where you are now. 15 feet left.
And 15 and shitty. Really dash through the door.
Okay. Well, the door's closed. He slammed the door behind him.
Alright, so click on the door, right?
Yep. You just opened it. Now you can see in there.
So here we go. Whoa, I'm in the wall.
So I didn't do this. This is a really dense map, and I didn't do a great job of lining everything up. So I'll just move you inside. Go ahead.
It's
Is
so
there
dense.
Do I see anything in here?
Yeah, he's right there. Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
Oh, do you
That's
not have a
hard to get.
dancing light? Oh no, because it's
It's just not quite through the door yet. Yeah, it's slightly behind her. It's
To
not
the
quite through the
right
door.
and up a little bit. Oh wait, you can't. Just kidding. Oh, I get it. So because it's kind of
what
it's kind of
I'm gonna
following
do-
you.
Yeah, I just set them all to follow automatically.
Is because I used my action to dash, so I don't have extra attack. No, I have 2 attack actions, don't I?
No, you have extra attack. So if you use your attack or your action to attack, then you can hit twice.
Right. Okay. Then
What do you see?
there's a guy in here, like the guy that we followed. And I'm just going to stand in front of the other door that I see there so he can't go through there without going through me first.
Okay. So you're just blocking the door. How about a bonus action?
I don't think I even have any bonus actions.
So I went over this. I think it was right before you guys joined. If you go to your features tab.
No, because it's only my second win, so.
Okay. Yeah. Exactly. So you can click if you Ben. Same thing. If you go to your features tab there or your spell book, if you had them, those sections there where it says filter, If you clicked on action, it will filter out everything that's an action. Bonus action would give you just bonus actions and so on. They are additive filters, meaning if you click on both like action and bonus action, then it would only show you things that are both, which of course very few things are. So make sure that after you click it, you unclick it to unfilter stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, then if your turn then.
All I can do right now.
All right, then down at the bottom of the combat tracker, click the arrow to the right of end turn, or you can just click end turn. Okay, it is Fox's turn.
I'm gonna go up to wherever this guy is.
Remember to keep him alive.
This does not appear to be the guy that you are after, based off. So Westra at least knows that. Ryloth, you didn't get a good shot or didn't get a good view of him to be able to tell. But at least, you know, when you were following me, you don't think it's him. It doesn't match the stature. Yorick is a really big guy, and this guy is a little more slight.
Still, if we kill him, doesn't really. I don't know if that helps us too much.
This is the
Sure.
guy that we were following, though, right?
Yes, it's the guy you've been following into this area who made you, saw that you were, you know, obviously chasing him, and then kind of led you into a trap and like, what you know, Fox?
I'm gonna go with chromatic border bond him.
Okay. From right in front of him. That is a disadvantaged attack roll.
Oh,
So if you click on it, because it's a ranged attack and you're sitting right next to him, so click on attack and then disadvantage.
Oh,
Unless
he's
you're going to do something
right
else.
there.
Yeah, he's literally right there in that corner.
Oh shit!
We got a 20 and an 18, so even with disadvantage, it would have been a natural 20, but even with disadvantage, no trouble hitting him whatsoever. Chromatic Orb, is that the one that you get to choose the damage type?
yeah, you could choose.
Okay,
Oh,
all right, go ahead and
shit.
click the damage.
You gotta use a diamond to cast that fucking spell.
It doesn't consume it. You just have to have it.
Oh, God. I don't think that's right.
What? I just hit normal. I didn't hit critical. I just hit
No, I know
you
what happened.
exploded him into a million pieces.
So what it is in the coding for that, it shows all the different damage types because you
You
get to
did
pick.
them all. Yeah.
See how it says
But
acid,
it's not.
fire.
Yeah, but it's not telling me to pick one when I hit damage.
Yeah, I'll go through the coding for that. That's what happened when it imported directly from D&D Beyond. So we'll just pick which one you want to do, and then we'll just manually roll the 3d8.
Yeah.
So which damage type do you want to do, Fox?
Cold damage.
Cool. All right. So it's down in the guys' chat bar, so you guys can see how to manually roll dice here. Down just below the chat box where you would type in stuff, you'll see a row of the dice there, right? So click the D8, which is the third one from the left. If you highlight over them, by the way, it'll tell you which die it is, Fox. So it's a little easier to tell which one's a D10 or the percentile.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm like, I like this. It tells me what it is.
Oh, if you just click it 3 times, it. Goes
Yeah, exactly. And it'll actually show you, like if you wanted to manually type it in, it'll show you what the code is to manually type it. But just click the D8 3 times and then click roll. And if there was a modifier, like if it was +3 or whatever, then you could also use the plus and minus below that. Those are really pretty dice.
Thank you.
13 damage. So what you do then, Fox, is click on him. In fact, I'm going to give you guys I'm going to put a health bar under him so you guys can see it. I'm not sure if I haven't decided yet how I want to use a lot of this stuff, but it's there now so you can see it. So if you click on him, you'll see a square appear around him, right?
Yeah.
And then right-click on the 13 that you just rolled and apply damage.
I forgot. You guys can see inside the room because you're there, but my character, it's not a shared map.
Yeah,
you guys
exactly.
can see it, but I can't.
Wait.
I remember that.
It's not like I can click. It's not keeping them highlighted. For some reason, it's not.
It might be a proficiency thing that I need to do for you, or that I need to change, rather. So I just applied it for you anyways.
Oh, okay. I
shows
figured
you
out
your
how to.
target.
I figured out how to target it using.
Yeah.
Thing. Like I just when I rebound that to stuff on my mouse to make it easier, I realized I had already bound. Like I have the 1 to whatever for like my hotbar, and I kept
Gotcha.
using my hotbar thing, so I rebound stuff to something else.
Gotcha, no problem. So you guys can see if you look at him on the map then, Justin and Ben, I don't think you guys can actually see him, but at least Becky and Fox, you guys can see his target there, or see the icon there, and you see there's 2 circles that are above his head. Those colors are yours. That says that the you two guys, or Westra and Azra, are the ones that have him targeted. You see a purple and a blue dot. That's saying that you guys have him targeted. Does that make sense?
I don't see the purple dot, but I see the blue one.
You might not see the dot for yourself, maybe, because you would see the triangles around him, like the little arrows around him, right?
Yeah, I see those. I wonder what.
Okay. Yeah, so that means you have him targeted. So you probably see that instead of the dot. I see both dots because I don't see the triangles because I don't have him targeted basically. But anyways, then also you guys can see his health bar is down really low. So Azra, you come bursting in through the door after hearing Westra just jump through this tiny little hovel to the other side. Having him cornered, you release your chromatic orb of cold energy that explodes and blasts both of you with this freezing. You notice Westra lift her shield up with this kind of gleaming mirror finish on it that just reflects all this bright light as you kind of illuminate this whole room. And he looks clearly very injured and is shivering and jaw. What's the word I'm looking for? The chattering teeth of him being frozen from it. Any bonus actions?
No.
Or further movement? Okay. Go ahead and click the end turn in your combat tracker. There you go. It is the bandit's turn. He, looking left, looking right, is going to drop his crossbow at his feet and just stand there with his hands up. Don't hurt me. I just. What do you want? You're why are you? And he's still kind of stammering because he's freezing. Rayloff's turn. What's
So
that?
Rayloff.
What was the name of the guy that we're going after?
Yorick.
Yorick. I believe that's a name from Shakespeare.
Yorrick is, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you didn't have it written down, it would be a name from
Yeah,
Shakespeare.
no, it's definitely. I didn't even think about it because I hadn't said it out loud probably until we started the game. Because a lot of times when I'm typing up names, I don't say them out loud. Probably should because that's how a lot of it gets made fun of.
Oh shit! This is title room.
Yeah,
Excuse me. Pardon me.
You bump past Azra, who is just releasing a freezing orb. She just releases a spell as you bump past her, like knocking her forward a little bit, blasting this poor guy in the midsection with this freezing orb. And you are now in the room with them.
Room so small. Hey, how's it going, young man? I apologize. These are my associates. I'm letting you know they don't want to hurt you. Well, no, that's a lie. They want to hurt you, but I'm going to try to keep them from hurting you, okay? So, do you mind I see you put your weapon down, and we're going to have a chit-chat. It's nothing too crazy.
His accent changed real bad. I don't know what happened.
Well, he threw his crossbows down. His hands are up.
Yeah. So, by any chance, you know of a group called the Hopeless?
As you say that, you hear from to the northeast. You hear someone shout in a gruff voice, "Now!" And something bright and illuminated like fire flings through the air and crashes with a glass breaking sound against the doorway right behind Westra, and the room begins to fill with fire.
Oh, well.
So is the door behind Westra just completely in flames?
Yeah. Well, you can still move through it, but that was one, and it sounds like there are more out there that could potentially be throwing more. There is an area. I didn't put the tokens in here, but there's an area of a 10-foot radius. I can draw this. I'll just put this circle on here. That is filling up rapidly with fire, a Molotov cocktail style. Glass bottle is blasted against the door there. As soon as that happens, he starts to reach for the crossbow. It's still your turn, Justin. What are you doing?
Okay. In that case, is there any water around in this room?
Looking, I would say just an cursory glance, no.
Yep.
If you want to spend your action to look for it, then maybe. But in just looking around, nothing immediately stands out to you.
Nope. I'm just going to go ahead and straight up attack this guy.
Okay.
Since clearly there's other people outside. So I'm going to use... I'm going to use... He's already chilled. I'm going to go ahead and use Frostbite. Or Chill Touch. Let me see here. I'm actually going to use Chill Touch.
Okay.
So that's I'm within plenty of range. I have to cast at disadvantage since it's technically a ranged spell.
Yep.
Let's see. Chill Touch, I think they're both ranged spells. Nope. Well, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Chill Touch on the guy. So what do I click on this? How do I attack him?
Well, if you right click on him, and you can either right click and then the bullseye in the bottom left, or I think it's control click will target either way. You'll see the arrows appear around him when you do it.
Oh,
Ben, you're coming up next.
Okay.
I can't click on this fucking guy. Let's see. Okay, so right click doesn't appear to do anything.
You can't right click on him.
No, it's got a red square around him. Right clicking does nothing. Control.
Ben and Becky and Fox just did it actually.
I don't know.
Try refreshing to see if it's just if it's a bug or something, or if there's a permission issue that I have to fix for you.
Okay. Refreshing, buffering, buffering.
Rebuffering.
No, I still can't right click on him. Control click doesn't work either. What am I doing wrong?
It doesn't matter. I'll handle it on this side anyways, so we'll figure it out for later, just so we don't keep everybody waiting. What are you're trying to do? Chill touch?
Wonder if yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to do Chill Touch on this guy.
All right. So go ahead and click the spell, so to put the info in the chat.
Okay. I gotta open up my guy again. I don't have it on my hot.
Yeah, if you didn't put that on your hotbar. You can just double click on yourself. You can to bring up your
you can?
character, double click your icon. Yeah, on the map. All right, chill touch. You clicked it 3 times.
Yeah, nothing else is
4 times.
coming up on my page.
Well, you have to go back to go to your chat log so that you can see
but
it.
what's weird is it should show like casting it normal or with advantage.
No. That's you have to click the chill touch, click the word, and it'll give you the full thing. It'll expand it. By default, it has it collapsed. So you should see so if it's collapsed, it should say just chill touch and then a button for attack, a button for damage, right?
So I have it under the chat log button, but everything else beforehand, when I'd click on it, it would give me the option in the middle of the screen on a separate window to roll with advantage, disadvantage, things like that. And that never showed.
So this is a cantrip, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's not going to take. Basically, it did that because it would take a spell slot and/or it would give you a placement. This one doesn't need that.
Disadvantage. My bad. I'll roll that twice.
No problem.
Cool.
So 24 versus a.
Well, I'll roll it one more time.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and roll the disadvantage. Well, either would still hit. His AC was a 14, so
Okay.
go ahead and roll the damage.
Jesus, those fly all over the place real fucking quick.
Yeah, they do. They bounce off of each other too.
It's
And then I'm
great,
going
it's
to use my bonus action to try to dash through the flames before they get any bigger.
Okay.
And 15. Well, I'll start.
So do this because the movement is going to be. You have to go north and then east and then whatever direction you're going to go.
Mhm.
Hold down control, and then drag an arrow out from yourself. And so I need to show you how to do this. Left click, drag an arrow out like this. Hang on. Hold control and then drag it basically as if you're going to move, but drag an arrow and then let go of the click,
Okay.
and then move the next section and then let go of the click, move the next section, and so on.
Oh. Okay.
Does that make any sense?
So
I know I'm
I'm
not
gonna
describing that very well.
well, it's hard because if I try to click straight up, it's going to click on the other
Western.
character. Yeah.
Okay, so either way, just
So
I
you
guess
click
what direction
at
you
an angle.
I
Oh,
should have
now,
picked a map that wasn't
now
quite
it's
so
not
bad.
doing it. Now it's not doing it at all. Oops.
Okay,
Wait.
I did the clicking. How do I get rid of it?
If you're going to move, you would hit space, and then it would move you. It would follow the route that you put. But if you
Oh,
are
nice.
Yeah. But if you're not going to, I think you just hit escape or click anywhere on the map. Just left click anywhere.
Yeah.
Which
okay, awesome.
here, I'll move you here. In which
Okay.
direction?
Well, I can't use the WASD or the arrow button. Oh, now they're working. Okay.
You have to have yourself selected first. That's what I
Yeah, you have
figured.
to yourself. Yeah, you have to click
Okay.
yourself.
Oh, so the reason I couldn't move, I think, before is because I didn't know what was out here. So now I go out here and I see a hallway. And am I seeing just giant flames in front of me as well?
The area that you're standing in there's liquid on the ground that is on fire, and as soon as you've stepped out into the hallway, you hear another twang behind you, and an arrow is headed your way. Give me a deck save.
Okay.
By the way, when the bandit that you chill touched, he had just started to lift his crossbow up, and you just reach down and grab his arm and send the cold energy in through it. He kind of freezes up in place and just kind of begins to slump down to the ground. Looks like he's unconscious.
And then, so is there any more or less flames in front of me or behind me?
The area is more to the well. You can see the square there.
Yeah.
So you're at the bottom part of it, basically.
And the arrow came from behind me, though.
Yes.
So I still have more movement.
Okay.
I would just move probably right outside of the flames.
Okay. As soon as you get to that side, you can see that there, to the northeast of you, is another. This may have been the man that threw the bolt or threw the Molotov. You don't know.
You young little son of a bitch!
That's clearly
You
not
know who you're
the
messing with.
arrow at you, though. Okay. Any? Let's see. You did action to cast that. Did you bonus action?
So I use my action to go into a bit movement to go into the room, and I still had a little bit more. I use my action to attack, and then I'm using my bonus action to dash, since I still have the expeditious retreat.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Gotcha.
And so my action
So
originally
5,
would have
10,
been
15, 20, 25. You're only 25 right now.
So for my bonus or for my initial movement? I think bonus.
You're at 25 total feet of movement so far out of
Okay.
60.
So it'd be 30, 35, 40. Would I feel like I had some cover behind these barrels?
Maybe half cover at best.
All right, I'll just, I'm gonna fucking get ya and get out of the way of these flames and get around the corner to these barrels and try to just kind of stay behind there.
All right. Both of these guys actually had held their actions and used them already. It is Dross' turn.
Did I get hit?
No, the arrow by your deck save. So you jumping out of the into the hallway there, already kind of leaning over, getting ready to dash as best you can. Feel an arrow whiz by just barely over your head, effectively 14.
Do I have to roll for damage from fire?
No, it's actually only if you end your turn there. So you're just outside of it.
That's the sound I make as I dash through it.
It does look like it could potentially spread further, though. You're not sure, and you are like at the edge of it. So
Well, now that I see a bunch of water,
yeah, you're in the canals. You're in like the Portside district. What you doing, G?
Moving.
there's some fucking fire out here and a bunch of more people with crossbows. Be careful.
Oops. Okay.
Click yourself first, and then you can use WASD or the arrow keys to move yourself. You've been in this district before. You do know that these alleys all interconnect all over the place. So you don't have to necessarily go through that door. You could find another way through if you wanted to. In fact, just straight ahead of you, there is... here, let me see if I can draw a line on here to show you what I mean. This is an overhang that you could run through. There's an overhang there, and you feel like you could slip, like you can kind of sidle your way through that if you wanted to. And you can see a guy over there that just shot a bow, or just shot a crossbow. Do you see what I'm talking about, G? Yeah. So just to the right of you, you can head straight to the right, and there's a guy over there who shot a bow. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that now. See what
When I'm trying to move that way, it says I'm running into a wall. Is there a wall in front of me that I'm not seeing?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
no,
can't drag yourself. Well, here, just for simplicity's sake, I put an invisible wall there because I was testing things, but I'm going to go ahead and move you real quick. If you're just going to jump down, so there would be 10 feet to get there.
Okay.
But you can go straight to the right still. So if you're going to, now you can move yourself. Let me see, did I put a wall? I may have put a wall there. Hang on. I did. Here. Let me adjust that. I'm just going to delete that wall on the fly.
I'll be right back.
All right. Now you can move yourself there, G. That alley, that overhang is like an awning, basically, and you can run underneath it.
Okay. And then I don't see underneath it. I'm just still showing me like the map that I'm looks like I'm all in the overhang. So
Yeah,
is it?
I mean, it's not a separate layer. You're just imagining you're running underneath it. That's all. Yeah.
Okay. So just
Very-
if I keep going the same direction, I can keep going that way.
Yes.
Okay. So that was
So
what 10? That's about 20 now.
Yeah, you're at 20 right now, but you do have cunning action, so you can, dash as bonus action.
Yeah. Okay. I can really do that. Okay, so I'll keep going this way.
It'd be 35 if you get to the square directly to the left of him, or you could stop at 30 and still have your bonus action for something else if you wanted. So right here would be 35. That's him right there. There's a bad guy right there. Oh, sorry. There you go. I hadn't made it visible yet. Sorry. I'm still getting used to how the visibility
Still
works.
to do that.
Yep.
Okay.
So now where you that's 35 right there. So it'll cost you your bonus action to get there, or you could stop one square earlier and still have your bonus action. Up to you.
Yeah, I'll probably just go ahead and stay there, and then I will. Okay, so I right-click on him to target him. Yeah.
Right click on him and then the bullseye in the bottom left. Or I think you can hold down control and click too. But it wasn't working for Justin. It did work for Fox and Becky, so I'm not sure if it's a good, I might have a permission thing I have to change.
Okay, I'm not really sure if it's working or not. Would it show where my target is?
You would see
Highlight.
You would see orange arrows pointing at him, but it doesn't matter. The targeting thing is actually completely unnecessary, and it's kind of the way that it is in Fantasy Room. So, what are you trying to do?
Well, I was just going to use sneak attack and then walk him.
Okay, sneak attack. You would have to have either advantage or surprise. I don't. What's that?
I don't think I need to have advantage anymore because of I was looking at what the hell is that?
It's rakish audacity, but you still have to have. It's still not free. You have to have here for your rakish audacity. It is. You don't need avenge against the creature if you're within 5 feet of no other creature. Oh, that's right. No other creatures are within 5 feet of you, and you don't have disadvantage. Okay, yep, you're right.
Okay.
So you can try to jab him with one of your knives.
Yeah. So would I just hit the thing or drag it on him to do sneak attack?
You just hit it first. Just hit it on your hotbar or from your character sheet, and it'll put it in the combat or in the chat log. There you go. Not sneak attack. Hit the weapon. Sneak attack is just adds damage essentially. It doesn't. It's not the actual action. The actual action is just your attack. So you hit your Drin knife or one of your long knives or whatever you're trying to use.
Okay, I just then hit sneak attack later to apply it, or what would it do? Or how?
There's a macro that I'll put on there for you, but I haven't set it all up yet. So we're just going to manually add we're just going to roll the dice. Is what we're going to do. So first, just make the attack. So you have to hit it first. So click on your knife or whichever weapon you're going to use. So put one of your long knives or your Drin knife or whatever weapon you're using, put it on your hotbar or click it from your character sheet. There you go. Now click the attack. His AC is a 14. So in the chat bar, there you go. Oh, there you go. Now they look like leopards. Okay, 21 definitely hits. You come charging through, jumping over the stairs and running through this, kind of having to sidle a little bit, and then just rush into his side and jab him into just below the rib cage on his left side as he had just fired this crossbow. And for the damage, go ahead and click the damage, and then I'm going to have you roll 3d6 for your sneak attack on top of it.
Okay, so just roll the damage first.
Well, click the damage button. Okay. It wasn't a crit, so you're just going to click the damage button. Oh, I need to fix the modifier, but it's okay for now. We'll just add the damage manually. Modifier showing your strength instead of your dex.
Okay. So I popped it up, and then it, critical hit or normal, that little thing popped up. Which one?
It's normal.
So just
It's not. It wasn't a crit, so just normal.
Well, okay, yeah. So just roll the damage. Okay.
Okay, and now we need to add the sneak attack on top of it. So I'll apply the damage to him real quick. But sneak attack just down at the bottom there, where all of your dice are. Click the d6 3 times. Okay, and then hit roll. Another 10.
Okay.
Cool. I'll apply that to him. There we go. You come running through this alleyway, though, and just jab your grin knife up under his rib cage into his midsection, severely wounding him. You yank the knife free, and he kind of collapses forward. He's still alive, but he's clearly extremely wounded by that. But if your turn, any bonus action, I guess you bonus action to get there, so you still have 25 feet of movement.
Yeah, I'm just going to move back a couple steps.
You do have him targeted correctly now. I see the dot on there. So whatever you did, you targeted him. You can go down to the right. That little alleyway there leads to the water, you can tell. Or you can back up. It's up to you. With your rakish audacity, it won't prompt an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Click on yourself first. Move. That if your turn, though, you're just going to move the rest of the way?
Yeah.
All right. Then it is Wester's turn. Go ahead and move wherever you're going to go, G.
Okay. So this door is open, right?
Yep.
Like on fire and open.
Yep. You're standing in the fire now. It's not had time to collect, to start to burn up through your boots or anything.
Oh, there's the guy. Is that is that water?
Yeah. It's a drop down into the water. Not real high. It's probably only 5 feet or so.
Alright, so I am 10 feet from this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I'm where is it? Lunging attack.
All right.
Gives me an extra 5 feet.
Interesting choice.
Well, she can't get to him otherwise. So.
Yeah, but based off what I've seen on the map, this could end interestingly.
Oh, you mean if she falls into the water?
I like it. Yeah, let's do this.
All right. With you then, Becky?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you reach up you rush out through the doorway, make it to the very edge of this little canal, and just lean forward as far as you can, just trying to bring the axe down onto his head. Go ahead and roll the attack. Superiority die for that. Oh, that is pretty too. And you guys did a good job picking attractive dice.
That's what I haven't changed it yet.
Oh, was it? Okay. I think it picks a random color based on the dice or the character color. Like that color that you guys picked that shows your little icon. I think it picks a random one with color. Anyway, that'll definitely hit. Your superiority dice for lunging, does it add to the damage? Is that what it does?
No, it gives me an extra 5 feet.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but the die also does something for all of them. In this case, if you click on where it says lunging attack in the chat log, it'll tell you it shows you the whole paragraph of what it does. It'll expand it out. You can expend one superiority die to add the total to the damage roll and increase your reach for that attack by 5 feet.
Oh. Okay.
So yours are d8s, so you'll need to mark off one of your superiority die uses. But go ahead and click the damage button, and we'll add it.
Superiority die are.
They are in your character sheet.
It's just D6.
Under features, no, they're d8s right now for her. As you level up, they get higher. So under features, Becky, in your character sheet, to the right of superiority dice, because it shows you it's 4 out of 4. Change that 4 to a 3. under active abilities.
Right there. Okay.
So the damage from the initial swing is 12. Go ahead and add the D8 as well. Oh shit! I don't think he'll survive that. Let me see. I didn't put the things up for all of them, but I'm not sure if he has. Oops! I just applied that as healing.
Out of curiosity, did this automatically add my dark vision into the
Yeah, I
the set?
Yep. So I'll probably have to take that off if he's not elvish.
Let me see what it says on here.
He has, I think, 1 hit point left. So he's standing at the edge of this, had just thrown that Molotov that had splashed against the door there, right behind you that you ran through. You lunge off of the edge and just bring it down in like this wide superhero-style jump almost, bringing the axe down square in through the side of his head, cleaving into the skull. You yank the axe free and step yourself back onto the edge without falling. Any bonus actions?
Nope.
All right. You hear just an angry roaring shout from behind you in the alleyway. There's appears to be another back there. It is Fox's turn.
Okay, they're back where?
I just made him visible, but I didn't put him in the combat tracker yet. Let me do that. There we go. He's now in the combat tracker as well. It's your turn. He's there's another bandit in the.
Okay, he's in the other.
You can't see him yet. Yeah, he's on the map, but you can't see him yet because he's not visible to you. You just heard it coming from to the left. If you went north, you'd be to the left. It's stepping out through the doorway there. That ground is on fire. There is an archer to the south of you who Drost had just stabbed in through the rib cage and is like bleeding out profusely. You can move through the fire without being hurt. You just can't end your turn there.
Okay. So I'm gonna go this way and then.
5, 10, 15. It'd be 15 to be just in front of the door. So if you're going south, then you're at 25 right now.
Here, right?
Okay.
Okay.
That's only 20, so you still have 10 feet of movement if you wanted.
Okay. I'm gonna use ice knife on them first.
Okay. When you click the ice knife, they should give you the area thing. There you go. Ben, you're going to need to make a dex save as well.
Oh, okay. I can't see much on the map at all.
Well, you wouldn't know that he was there, so it's totally
Yeah.
fine. You can't see him on the map because you wouldn't know that he was there. So
Realism.
Yes.
Okay.
it's a DC 15, G.
Okay.
All right, so the attack roll, that would definitely hit him. So the initial attack hits Fox. Uh, 12, I think that'll finish him off. Let's see.
Nice.
Yeah, that finishes him off. The ice knife, you fling it out just with an underhanded swing, and it hits him square in the chest and then erupts, just exploding in these little ice crystal shrapnels that Drost has just pelted with, having just retrieved his long knife from the man's rib cage, doing the area damage. You don't need to apply the area damage to him, but go ahead and roll the area damage box.
I already rolled the damage. It doesn't have another.
That was the initial attack. The initial hit is the 1d10 actually, and then I see it. Put it all in one. It looks like okay, which is
Yeah.
fine for him. So 2d6. So the 2d6 that you rolled was a total of 3. So not much actually. So only 3 damage to draw. That's the first damage you guys. Oh, it actually already applied. Nice.
Oh, nice. That's neat.
Yeah, because he was in the area, it automatically applied it to him. It's the only. I mean, he had the full health, and now he has missing 3 HP. So that's the only thing it could have been. So the first damage.
This is boring.
Yeah, this will take some getting used to. Obviously, we're moving slow because we're still learning as we go. But I definitely like this a lot more immersion and more fun to it. All right, is that it for your turn, Fox?
Yep.
All right, and it is Raylof's turn.
Sorry, I'll move a bit upwards. So I'm moving out of the
You still have 10 feet of movement, so there you go. Yeah.
Go check the
He is
corpse.
collapsed on the ground. Go ahead.
I'll go check their corpse.
You'll have to wait till your turn to do it, but yeah. That guy is still alive with 1 hit point. All right, Rayloth, so just behind you, you heard a shout as another bandit rushing down the alleyway behind you.
Good lord! You guys are fucking everywhere! Oh, well, I guess we don't need one of them alive! Might as well just have our fun with the rest of them!
I'm going to go ahead and cast... so I still can't figure out how to target them. Maybe it's my system, but... I click on them. Do I have to click on my spell first? So when I click, nothing happens.
No, it has nothing to do with whether you have the spell on or not. But you're right-clicking them and nothing's happening?
So either I right-click, so when I move the cursor over the token, I get a red square around it. Is that normal?
Okay. Yep.
And then when I right-click...
click them, it should turn orange.
And if I left-click, it does nothing. And if I right-click, it does... Let me try it with my mouse on my laptop.
Hang on. I'm doing the same thing with this one. Becky and Fox, what are you guys doing? Are you just right-clicking to get a little bullseye, or what are you doing?
I did it on the blue dragon.
Like the select target, so you know how you have like the main stuff, and then you're able to like change your key bindings. Select target to F, and I'm using that to click on them to target them.
Okay. I just tried it from my player window, Justin. I get the same thing, but you guys are probably supposed to use that. As a DM, that's how I do it. But it must be different for you guys. So, where you're top left, right, where you guys see the little people icon that you can use to select, I can do it the measure template. When you click that one, the select targets is number 2. It looks like a bullseye. So click that and then click it. So have it on select targets, and then click on whichever ones you want to target.
Got it.
There you go.
Now it does it. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead.
I'm still figuring out how this works, so sorry for the extra slowdown.
So this is going to be tricky. I'm going to cast my first magic missile at this guy on the bridge.
Okay.
So...
The trickiness that he has 1 hit point left and you can't miss?
Well, he's hurt, but I don't think... Does it give me an option? So I'll cast it, but I think it's going to use all 3 on this one guy.
Let's see, actually. It might be individual. We'll find out. Let's just give it a shot. We'll see how it works.
Okay, so I hit cast.
Okay. Now the attacker is pointless because they automatically hit, so just click the damage.
Yep.
And we'll see if it rolls 1 or 3.
Okay, here we go. So roll mode. No, nothing there. So let's hit normal. Okay, so just did 1.
Yeah, so that's just 1 dart. So you can move them however you want. So 3 against that guy.
Take
do me
this!
a favor. He literally has 1 hit point left, but I'm not sure if you guys can apply the damage or if that's a setting I have to change. I'll go ahead and just do it just for the sake of moving along. That 1 dart smashes him in the face, and he's literally just got like half of his skull is almost hanging out from the axe wound. And the magic missile hits him square in the face, and he just falls backwards into the bridge. Now you can't see him anymore, but he does not appear to be alive any longer.
Okay, so let's see. And then to control my character, I would go back to that. Okay, so there's a lot of weird little things you can't do. Like if you're in that mode, you can't rotate your character, for example.
Yeah, you have to be on select first, which you can do via hotkey. So like if you just hit T first.
So I'm gonna turn around and I'm just gonna be like, well, 1 more dead. How about you? Stick around, have some fun, buddy. And let's see. So I guess in this case, I just roll the damage.
Yeah.
2 more times.
Because it automatically hits. So you have 2 more that you can throw at him if you wanted.
Use my other 2 on this guy.
All right.
Pew pew. And then I have still a shitload of movement.
Yeah, you have to move.
And then I go back to not that. And then I'm going to start moving. Pardon me. When I start getting around this corner, I'm planning on just going up here to this bridge and kind of getting an idea of what's happening. Do I see anything new? Anything that would modify my functions as I'm starting to run up here?
There's a small amount of blood on the ground to your left.
Okay. And nothing to my right. I don't see anything weird.
A dead body in the bridge that you just killed.
Okay.
But off to the right, just under the canal, more buildings.
I keep running up here. And still anything weird or?
Some blood on the ground to your left.
I'm actually going to keep going.
How much more do you... Oh, you still have Expeditious Retreat?
Yeah,
So you're actually.
I've got a lot. So I've got
Behind you looks like a fishery, and the blood on the ground is an awful fish smell coming from it. The doorway's been broken open. Half of the door, it's a double door.
I'm actually going to... Oops. And no, I don't see anything bad in here yet.
No. It just looks like a fishery. You don't see people or anything.
Actually, I'm gonna stay right outside the. I'm gonna stay right outside the door.
Okay.
And keep an eye out on what else is happening around here.
All right. Is that if your turn then?
That is it.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and remove these bandits that are dead off of here. It is Straw's turn. So you just got pelted with ice crystals from Azra's ice knife, and that bandit that was in front of you fell dead on the ground. That's really cool. I can delete them from the combat tracker, but it still leaves the token on the map, so I can still tell where bodies are, but not have them in the way.
Nice.
Yeah, cool. I'm going to remove the measurement template for your ice knife, Fox. Since it already blew up, it doesn't have any ongoing effects. So
Yep.
You're standing on top of the body, G. What are you doing? Azra was just leaning down like she's about to try to loot the body.
Oh, then I will not be rude. Get out of the way.
Okay. There is. Well, I mean, you can move past her. You know, she's not hostile. It'll just take you, double movement to move through her square. So.
Okay, that's what I'll do instead. Then yeah, I'll just slide past her. Say, excuse me.
Okay. So that's 5 feet there. That's 10 now. 15 total. All right.
Move up here and see what's going on up here, because I heard some commotion up this way too, I'm sure, when they were fighting up here. So.
Okay. The ground's on fire there. The Molotov cocktail that was smashed against that. As long as you don't end your turn in it, as long as you don't stand there in it, you feel like you'd be fine. You can run through it.
Okay. Then I'm going to dash as a running action bonus. So, because otherwise I would be stopping right here on the 30 right there. So.
Okay. So you going back inside the building?
Oh, okay.
You step back inside, but that's on fire in there too. So
all right. Is all this on fire or just that square?
just
The
that
last
red,
one.
just that red square. Yeah.
And I'm gonna go see if there's any goodies on this motherfucker. Greedy son of a bitch. I need
There is. There is still one guy alive. You heard a shout from. You can't see him on the map, but you did hear a shout from one guy that you think is well. You know what? Whether you first have to check whether you recognize him, which direction it came from. I guess that's the complexity. Is you guys don't necessarily know. We can see them on the map whether people are still alive or not before you start looting bodies.
Well, since I don't see Westra, Dross is just going to assume that she's on the case because she wants money anyway. So
Okay,
he's
that's
going to search through this.
All right.
body.
You can give me an investigation check, G.
Oh shit! Sorry. I'm in.
You can have all that kind of stuff on your bar too, like perception checks and so on. I don't know if it lets you drag it to the bar, but I can put macros in there for you to do, checks that you might make pretty often, like a dex save or whatever, that kind of stuff.
Okay. That's nice,
So this guy is freezing to the touch, and as soon as are you wearing gloves or no?
I think Dross does wear gloves, but I don't know for sure. I'd have to look again, but I'm assuming he probably would again, being something not only fingerprints and stuff on him. So.
But you can feel the chill coming in through the gloves as you dig through his pockets. You find 5 gold in his pockets and a couple more silver. And there are minor knickknacks and things like that, but as far as anything of value, that seems to be it. There was a crossbow that gets dropped on the ground beside it that, could be of kind of standard value, let's say, for a crossbow. Doesn't look special or anything.
And I'm not really too worried about that, so I am going to call that my turn.
Okay,
Because
you're gonna pop the
I'm just going to wait there so that we're not in the fire, and then just kind of stay with body, and then just kind of keep an ear out and see if I hear. I'm not sure if I actually heard those footsteps you were talking about, but if I did, I'm just going to keep my ear open to see what I can do.
Okay. Go ahead and roll add those 5 gold to your inventory yourself. I just realized that I had another actor targeted that you guys can't see, and when I rolled the 3d6, it showed his name as if he was the one that did the roll. I'll have to keep that in mind for future stuff, so they don't accidentally roll, secret-y stuff. Anyways, just add that to your inventory yourself, G, which is if you go to your character sheet under your equipment tab, I think it is.
Just change the number.
Yeah, just change it. Yep. Okay. Hang on. Let me try it real quick. Now, most of the spots where there's a number, guys, you can just do math. So let me see if it'll do it. So, just remember you're 232 right now. Yep. So I already did it for you. I'm going to put it back. So if you just click on the number and then type +5 and hit enter, it'll automatically do that for you.
Okay.
And that's true for like hit points and anything else. So if you just click on it and then, and there's 2 silver as well. So go ahead and click on silver, type +2, and then it'll automatically bump it up to the right number for you. All right, that is it for Dross' turn then. The bandit that was running down the alleyway towards Ryloth, who, Justin, I keep calling him so
Ryloth.
it should be Ray. Yeah, so it should, R-E-I would be Ray. You can pronounce it however you want. So
Ryloth.
just don't be surprised when I keep calling him that, because Raydoth is R-E-I will be called the other guy. So I'll try to remember to call him Ryloth instead. Maybe that's an extra thing that you're trying to distance yourself
It's
from.
more of a Misty Woods dialect. That's pronounced.
There you go. All right, this guy is going to. I'm going to try. I don't know if you guys can see how that works. Probably not. I'm trying to test it. Like I like the way that the motion works, and that you can specifically, like when you just drag the number out, it will tell you exactly what the distance is, and then you can, use the click to have it move. So watch this bandit behind you, Becky. You see how he moved forward and then up all at once? If you do that, basically, if you do that clicking thing like I was describing, it will follow whatever path you give. I'm gonna go ahead and put him here in just a second so you guys can see it, but I'm gonna have him move around you so I can show you what I mean. So like this. I'll put it back. Oh, well, I made him run through a wall, so that won't work. All right. I'll show you another time. But anyways, I like how that works, and that it'll make it easier, especially for dense maps like this. Like I made this one kind of dense on purpose to be able to test some of this stuff out. So, it makes things slow down quite a bit, of course, for it. So sorry for that. All right. This guy rushes up behind Westra, though, and is going to use his multi-attack to get some killing in. You guys have gone too long without taking hits, except for the TP damage that Dross took. Hang on, he gets... Here, I'll put that in the chat. He gets 3 melee attacks, 2 with scimitar, 1 with his dagger. What's your AC?
It says 16 proficiency +3.
Alright, so your shield is an extra +2. So yours is 18 with the shield on. You haven't told him stories about fighting a dervish before. So it's just 18, but he got a 16, so it does not hit. Are you reacting?
Yeah, I'll repose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is everyone doing okay out there? It's funny because now that I went around the corner on my map, I can't see anything.
Yeah. There's a downside to that too, in that probably makes the action a little less fun. But you wouldn't normally have maps that are this complicated. Like this has a ton of walls and everything in here on purpose. But you'd still be able to normally see quite a bit. But anyways, for that, then go ahead and make your attack.
Do I just make a regular attack? Or?
Yep. With whatever equipment it is, and then you add the superiority to the attack's damage roll. So make the attack, and then if it hits, it'll be an extra D8. 18, that does hit.
Okay.
So regular damage. Just regular, yeah. Well, no, superiority that is 1d8. Oh, you mean with you? Yes, it would be 2d8 total, but if you just click the damage, it'll do it with your modifiers, and it'll just add a d8 to it. Not roll good.
Oh, wait. No, don't I have Savage Attacker?
You do. You get to reroll that 1 if you want.
Yeah, let's reroll.
Hang on. I messed it up. There we go. There you go. All right, 3 more damage to him. All right. You spin around in place as he comes up and swings his scimitar at you. It clinks off of your shield. You smack him in the face with your axe. He is then going to make his second attack. There we go. For a 19, that does hit. Only 8 damage to you. And then drops his dagger into his, or drops the scimitar to grab the dagger in his left hand, and is going to try to jab up under your shield to try to stab you with it. For 12, which does not hit. That is it for his turn. It is Wester's turn. Oh, hang on. Sorry. There's. Let me see what he got. Yep, your turn.
So funny, these dice fucking jump around the screen like
I kind of like them. Like you can make them smaller. You can make like you guys can adjust all of this stuff on your end too. You know, to personalize it however you want. But I like that they bounce off of each other. That is a lot more realism. Where you might have a 20, but the dice rolls into it, knocks it over, and you end up with a shitty roll. That misses.
But I still have one more attack, right?
Yeah. As long as you use your attack action to at level 5 you get the extra attack. And that hits.
Yep.
I don't think it's that old. That's it. Yeah, he's toasted. Cleaving in through just a wide swath in the widening the previous attack, just brings out just an open gash across his chest. He wasn't really armored to begin with, but that carved up just a huge cleaved wound through his chest. He's toast.
All right. Now I saw Ryloth, right? Not Rayloth.
Yeah, Ryloth ran north and then to the left around that corner. You can still see the light from his dancing lights there, so I'm the one that crossed it up.
Oh, hey! How's everything out there?
There is
There's a
blood
bunch of
all
dead
over the
fishing
ground.
here.
Yeah, it looks old. There's coagulated blood all over the ground.
Right. Do I see anybody or hear anything?
Did you kill that thing? That guy that was on the other side?
Yeah, he's dead. It's fine.
All right. I feel like we didn't keep one of them alive. We're gonna find this other guy. Unless you guys just happen to know where he is, but I don't know.
Killed 4 people so far.
We'll find him. All right. Well, that's as far as I can move anyways, so...
Give me a perception check.
Turn the wrong way. There. Perception?
Yep. Yeah. The smell of like old rotting fish is extremely distracting. Like you're almost retching, not noticing anything. That if your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, since it's raining outside, is the fire like still going?
It's actually like simmering down. It's still there's still light flames there, but it doesn't look like it's gonna catch anything.
I hadn't heard you say that it was like expanding or anything weird. So why? Wait, we kill everyone?
You only said you needed what's his name alive, so yeah.
Yeah, is he here? I don't know. He's going to actually go and use some of his motion. He's gonna go and see. Oh, that's not how that works. Oh, okay, I get it. So I can move in straight lines if I do this. And then
Oh, I wasn't expecting you guys to be able to see that. That's okay.
I'm gonna go up to next to this guy.
Okay.
And I am going to see what he has on him as my action.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay.
And right after, give me a perception check.
Okay. Investigation. Investigation.
Oh,
And
shit,
he said,
it's your turn. It's still Fox's turn. It's
oh,
not
I'm
your
sorry.
turn. I
What's my
forgot actually, 'cause I was working on something else, and
No, not bad. I'll just leave my view where it is.
that's fine. You can, there was at this moment, as far as you guys knew, we would be kind of temporarily out of initiative order, I guess is how I'd say that. But go ahead and with a perception check, give me a perception check from both Azra, I guess Dross too. Azra, Dross, and Rayloff. Wester's just slightly too far away. Jeez, those dice are so cool. Like, that is, like, really, like, half translucent.
Uh-huh.
You know when coming, G?
Yeah, he's doing it.
Rayloff here, the only one that's probably close enough to really pick out most of the details of this. You hear some shambling coming from behind you, and turning around, see the bandit who was standing, or who had just been cleaved in half. You had seen him just barely there as Wester had killed him, beginning to stand back up and just kind of groaning in place, seeing the wounds in his chest beginning to stitch together. He is not dead.
Ah, fucking A. Guys, these bandits are coming back to life.
He's not dead. He's just been healed.
Well, I mean, he's been healed.
They're not zombies. I mean, I guess you could call him that,
Wait,
but he
is
was
it-
just unconscious. He wasn't dead.
But it's still Fox's turn, right?
Yeah.
So, like, okay.
Okay, well, I was gonna rifle through the pocket.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check. Yeah, you didn't hear this guy standing up anyway, so. All right. A few coins, 11 gold that you find in there, and 4 silver, and that's about it in his pockets.
Okay, I'll just back away towards
Yep.
where the other guys.
Go ahead and add those to your inventory, Fox. As you're coming around the corner, you can probably just barely, you can just barely see him if you're turning around. The fire's mostly died out. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and remove the circle there. But are you turning around, or are you just backing away?
Just backing away.
Okay, all right, never mind then. Any actions, bonus actions? I guess it was action, really, so just options. Bonus action.
No, and how much gold was that?
It was 11 gold and 4 silver. So if you just click on the gold and then type plus 11, click on silver, type plus 4. All right, then it is Ryloff's turn now.
I'm guessing so I was going to use my action to just look through this person's pocket to see if there was any clues.
That's up to you. You did hear the guy right behind you.
So if I heard the guy behind me, I would not use my action for that.
Okay.
I'd walk up here to do this. Hear this guy behind me. And let's see here if I can do this.
You know, it's really impolite to just fucking come back up like that.
But I'm going to go ahead and let's see.
He shouts at you. He says, "I recognize you. You're that old man that we." And he starts to charge at you.
Yeah, I am. This will teach you to sneak up on an old man with a bunch of people compared to just him.
He's going to go ahead and he's just going to cast Chill Touch again on this guy.
Okay.
And-
You gotta be in melee range for chill touch.
oh, Chill Touch?
Oh, hang on.
that's right. Wait.
Hang on. I don't think it is. I think it's not. Chill touch
Chill
is
Touch.
the worst possible name
120
for a spell. Yeah.
Exactly. I actually hate that. I actually was hoping it was one of the ones that's more powerful, but you have to touch to do it. But no, it's just a standard.
Well, what's funny about it though
Distance one.
is it's called chill touch. So
It's
chill
because
is cold.
It
No,
gets
hang on.
touched by a hand.
Yeah,
That's
but
not
listen,
yours.
It's called chill touch. So
Yeah.
you would assume that's cold damage, melee range. No, it's necrotic damage at 120 feet. It makes
Yeah.
fucking the stupidest fucking name for a spell.
It's pretty terrible, but it's a cantrip and it does decent damage. So,
Yeah.
all
And
right.
it keeps
So,
being able to be healed too, by the way. Remember. So just keep that in mind that you can run it on it. So that hits. Hang on. Does it? Hang on. One of these guys is an higher AC. His AC is 17, so it still hits.
Okay.
All right, 9 damage to him. Not enough to quite bring him back down again, but the spectral hand of death is still lingering over him and sending a chill down his spine. He is still charging at you. Any bonus actions?
well, let's see. I've still got 40 feet of motion.
All right.
So,
Come to GTFO.
yeah. Oh, don't want to
You just
target
targeted
myself. Yeah. Undo you. Go back to you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, okay, I get it. 5, 10. We'll move there first. 20, 25. And damn it, how do I untarget myself now? Click that, and click this.
Ben, you're up next.
So I am just going to move back around the corner, and I'm just going to kind of yell out,
Someone's probably healing these guys, and I don't know where they are.
You do, both Westra and Ryloth. Ryloth would have some awareness that the Hopeless, this gang, are notorious for being very hard to kill. That's part of where they've kind of earned their reputation. So you shout that out. Anything else?
actually, I'll use
have a lot more
I'll use all my movement and
Okay.
go. Yeah, I'll go right about here, and then I'll turn around to face Westra so that I can see what's going to be happening.
Okay.
Do I see anything
give me a
new as I run down here? Okay.
Well, give me a perception check. You heard footsteps running down the alleyway to the south, up to basically to the left of you, that direction down to the south. And as soon as you come running up there, the footsteps stop and then turn around and start running back the other way.
There's another one running back this way. No one can hear me.
You're close enough that Wester can hear you. All right, is that it your turn?
That's it for my turn.
All right, Ben, you're up.
Okay.
So you just rifle through the pockets of this dead man. You guys looting people, and there's still live bandits to fight.
I didn't know there were life bandits.
Fox, Justin, and Ben, all of you guys trying to loot through pockets when there were still people to fight.
We need
Like Kelp
clues.
or Kelp in their other game.
Well, it is a very Dross thing to do.
It is definitely. It makes sense for him. Might make sense for Azra and Ryloth too. We don't know, or Ryloth yet. We don't know yet how greedy they are. What you doing, D?
Trying to
Gotta click yourself first. Hang on, there might be the guy's token is on top of you, so let me here, I'll just get rid of it. There you go. You might have been clicking him. I'm not sure if it's prioritized with the player versus the NPC that you're standing on top of. So just click on yourself, and then you'll see the square around you, and then click yourself. If you are, make sure that the top left, that you're on the the person, and then the select icon. So if you're on like target up there, you know what I'm talking about in the top left.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're on the person, and then you're on the square for the sub menu. All right, where are you trying to go? I'll just move you.
just gonna move outside the room, where the fire was, pretty much, and go look out that way. Because that's where I saw stuff last when I went in the room.
Okay. So I just moved you out. That's 15 feet. Where are you going? There's a bandit directly in front of you. The one that was just healed.
Okay. Alright, then I am going to. If there is a way to do it, if I can throw a knife, non-lethal, because again, I'm not sure which one we're trying to keep alive.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Natural one. Did you hear the
Yeah,
sound? Did anybody recognize what that's from?
it sounded like from I want to say Sonic or Mario or some old school game.
You're almost there. Did you get it?
Sounds like Mario.
It's from A Link to the Past. It's when Link dies. He spins around when he goes red and then he spins around.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, natural one. So you did not notice anything else, but you're going to try to throw a knife at him. You're only 15 feet. You can move closer if you wanted. He's right there. He's like right in front of you. He's 10 feet away.
Yeah, well, I'll just throw from where I'm at. So
Okay. All right. Then, well, go ahead and click the throwing daggers. Don't worry about the target. I mean, you can, but you can just click the throwing knives. It'll work the same way. Since I'm applying the damage for you guys anyways, it doesn't really matter. There you go. Until I fix that permission.
okay.
Go ahead and click the attack. His AC is a 17. 14. That misses. Bonus action.
I will actually move over to the left, and I'll see if I can move myself, and then just kind of try to hide in this corner over here.
Okay.
I guess
Bonus
I'll
action to
have
hide.
to look like something off me, so yeah.
Well, hiding, bonus action to hide is a cunning action thing. When you're turning that way to try to hide over there.
I didn't mean to turn that way, but I'm gonna turn around and face him. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, towards that way. But I'm gonna see
Right,
if I
so-
can duck down that corner again.
As you're moving that direction, you see someone rushing down this alleyway that does match the description you were given before.
Okay.
There, he's on the map now. Well, you would have seen him as you ran that way. So here, you see him
Okay.
on the map now.
Yeah. Well, I saw that on my way.
Yeah, exactly. You saw that on your way. Go ahead and give him a stealth check for trying to hide the corner.
All right.
And it is now his turn, actually. You kill him next. So. Oh, I deleted the other guy off the map. That's right. Okay. Shit. I mean, he would have seen you move over there anyway, but the other bandit would not be able to not know that you're there, at least. Yorick saw you running that direction, so he didn't know that you're there. But that said, you hear him kind of rushing your direction, and then you hear a door open and then slam shut, and a clicking sound.
Okay.
It is the other bandit's turn. He is going to turn around after having dagger thrown in his direction that then missed, but does actually have a perception check for him. Fixing yourself, he does not appear to be able to tell where you are, but does see just barely Azra down here and is going to come and attack her.
It's funny because I don't even know where the fuck you guys are.
Yeah, that's. I hadn't really thought about that as being a possible downside, in that nobody else can really see what's going on.
Well, it kind of makes it. It kind of forces us to, because we wouldn't, like, if there were walls, like, we wouldn't see. So
Yeah.
it forces
I mean,
us to kind of do our own thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't
It's going to
normally
make splitting the party much more dangerous.
Yeah, definitely. 22 definitely hits. You wouldn't normally have maps that are this dense. I picked one that was really dense on purpose to kind of try to test things out, because that basically the more walls there are, the harder it is on performance. So I had walls and range and fog and all of that stuff, like tons of different kinds of walls and everything, just to see how well it would work. It actually runs just fine. It works really well.
Well,
Turning off the
I
rain
don't
might
know
have I'm not sure.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, I don't know if we're supposed to, but I can hear the rain, but I don't see the rain anymore.
I turned it off, yeah, when
Got
Ben
it.
and Becky were having trouble, just to see if it made a difference. I'm not sure if it actually did, or if it was just coincidence because they restarted and everything. So some pretty good hits. I'm not sure how. Fox? What's your HPs look like now? I can turn on your health gauge.
Oh,
Turn that on.
yeah, I don't see the health gauge, but
I just turned it on. Yeah. You're a little over half health.
yeah.
He came running up behind you and just makes 2 wide slashes against your back. Actually, he still has a dagger attack as well. For a 18, that hits 2. Any reactions or anything you wanted to do here, Fox? I'm not sure if you have much.
I think I have one.
So 2 scimitar attacks and the dagger attack all hit. Anything you're going to do as far as a reaction, Fox?
Sir, I'm trying to get my character sheet back up.
Just double click your token. I'll make a shortcut for you guys that you guys can put on your hotbar or something like that too, just for like a quick way to get your character sheet back up. Reactions for you, Fox, you just have Featherball and Counterspell, so nothing you could really use.
Okay, yeah, no, that's what I thought. So nothing.
You have Arcane Deflection, actually. That is... okay, so under your features, you have an ability called Arcane Deflection. When you're hit by an attack or fail a saving throw, you can use your reaction to get a +2 bonus to your AC against that attack, or a +4 bonus to a saving throw. When you use it, you can't cast other spells other than cantrips until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
But I mean, as far as this, you've got an 18, so it would have been 16. And he got a 16, so that would have been 14. What's your AC? Like 12, right?
No, I think it's a bit higher, but I'm not able to get my character sheet up for some reason. No matter which way I try, it's just not coming out.
Hit refresh. Your AC is 12, I just checked.
Okay.
So all of them would have hit even if you used it. Just +2 to AC still wouldn't have been enough.
Gotcha.
It is Wester's turn.
Hey, if you kill that guy, kill him real good.
Uh-huh. Alright,
Wester,
so...
you have no idea what he's talking about. There is guys, they're all dead. What's that?
Because I have no idea that guy popped back up, do I?
Yeah,
Well,
you
I
didn't
mean-
hear it. You don't know what he's talking about.
I cast
Right,
a
so-
spell and ran. Didn't I say something? Did I not say anything?
I mean,
I
you
think I
ran
even
because
yelled at the guy.
over there.
25. Alright, so...
She just
30
saw me. She just kind of saw me cast a spell into the nothingness. Take that, you fucking barrels!
So,
Why didn't you guys kill that guy? There's still a guy around the corner. Mother.
so I am dashing. I'm at 40 feet right now.
Okay.
Do I hear anything to tell me which direction I need to go?
Footsteps
I didn't
running
hear him.
south of you.
South?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're still in that same 6 seconds. So and then actually you would hear the footsteps running to the south as you run past Ryloth, sorry, and then a door slam and a clicking sound.
It's south this way, right?
Yep.
60,
I'll
is
be
there a door right there? Or is that...
There's a door on both sides of you.
Oh. Well, alright. I'm just... Shit. I can use that to get there, and I can't do anything with my bonus action, so I am stuck right there.
Okay. Is that it for your turn then?
That's it. That's my
Alright.
turn.
And it is Ryloth's turn.
Ah, back to me. Okay.
I love that how easy. So just this, so when you have to adjust things on the fly, like I can adjust those walls. Super simple. Takes nothing. It is like
that's
I literally I can on the fly like move walls and maps, add doors here or there, etc. Really cool.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna keep running with this person who I'm paying to track this guy down. Oops. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now, if I go around this corner,
Mhm.
Do I see anything weird from where the other guy was?
I meant to make that a window right there.
Sorry.
Give me a perception check with disadvantage. No, you're fine. You're fine right where you are.
Perception check. Disadvantage.
Still good enough. You rush by and look through just to the window to the right. Some motion catches your eye line, and you turn and look through, and there's two kind of wispy curtains, but between them you see the man that you're chasing, the man that robbed your wagon, is just on the other side of the window, staring out at you.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't understand what you mean. Where is this window? Can you mark it on the map? Because there's a bunch of.
You're right.
Oh, directly to my right.
Yeah, it's literally on your right hand. I meant to put a window there and I didn't, so let me.
What about the guy that was originally in front of me, or is he just gone?
The one that stood back up?
Yeah.
You don't see him.
Okay.
He actually ran down the hallway and attacked Azra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, looking through this window, I see the curtains move and I see the guy that I'm looking for.
Yes. The curtains are moving slightly, like the wind blew them, and there's actually in that when he slammed the door inside this room, you can see him right through that window. Do you see him now on the map?
No, because that room's just black.
The window's there. All right. Well, either way, literally directly to the south of you, on the other side of that wall, is where he's standing. So, peeking through the window, you saw movement of the curtains moving slightly. And turning to your right, he's literally standing right there on the other side of the window.
I'm going to use my action to try to cast Charm Person on him.
Okay.
So, since I can't target him...
Yeah, right here. I'm going to move him right there, just so you can get him.
Okay. And then that, and then... Let me just double check. And no one else in that room that I can see?
Not as far as you can tell. He's blocking the window, like he's in the window staring out.
You! And I'm going to cast Charm Person, and I guess if that hits...
Natural 20. Did you hear the Zelda sound?
Yeah. Do.
For the natural 20. He resists the effect. He growls at you, and he's through the window, so it's a little bit muffled. He says, "Why are you chasing me?"
I need one of your fucking reading that book, you son of a bitch! And then
you see him turn around. Well, it's not his turn yet, but he turns around like he's making to run away.
Okay. And then
This is still
myself. I'm target. Still have more motion. He's in here, guys! He's in this room! And then I'm gonna go ahead and move I don't think he'd be willing to jump through this window at his age, so
it's not that big anyways. It's like, I think, like a bathroom window type of thing.
Sure.
Like
I'm guessing this is a door up front,
Yeah.
or no? Okay.
Yeah, well, if you hit a 5, you should be able to. Oh, hang on. Is that a secret door? I think I might have made that a secret door.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. I'm still learning. Here, I'll
Yeah, okay.
There you go. He slammed it behind him, and there was a clicking sound. But I mean, if you're trying the door, it does not lock it open. So I just opened
Well,
it.
if it's a door, I don't think I'd be looking for a secret door. So if
It's not a secret door. It is a regular door. He just ran through and slammed it behind him.
Okay, then I'll check to see if this door is locked.
It's not.
All right, and I'll finish off my. Actually, I'll finish off my motion by going into this room.
Okay.
And then going probably to the opposite corner. That should be about the end of my motion right there.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty close. And does this door by any chance open in or out?
It's already open, and you can see him in the room.
Okay.
You can see him on the map now, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to look at him, and I'm actually going to close that door and hold it closed if I can. He's in here! Everyone, come get him!
All right.
I'm gonna do my best to keep this door closed because I'm too I'm old, I'm fragile. I don't want to go in here, rush into this place. I don't want him to attack me if I can avoid it.
That's totally fair. Then the rest of you, Drost, you definitely hear it. Azra, you hear it. Wester, you just around the corner. Yeah, all of you hear him shout. He's in here. Oh, I used the wrong one there. And it is Drost's turn. You did hear grunts of pain from around the corner. You saw that bandit run past you into the alleyway, straight ahead to your right, and grunts of pain that you recognize as Azra's. She is your employee, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Then I will be more down again. Sorry, I forgot about that one. I just remember the guy running past me. I forgot about that.
Just gonna leave for Azra to die, even though you just brought her into this.
You see, actually, that would be a reason that Josh would want to go. Make sure that she's okay. Need our money.
Well, you are kind of in a position where your charge, your bill, your reason for being here is, Ryloth, who has asked you to go catch this guy. You hear him say he's over here, but Azra is being attacked, right around the corner. So, whatever Dross would do. You moved one too far. You're on top of it. There you go. Just move you back.
Okay. It's not, the light didn't pop through, so I can't really see in front of me, so I don't see the token in front of me right now. That's what I didn't do.
Okay. You can...
Maybe it's just lagging here.
There's a bunch of them stacked on top of each other. I have to move yours. So now you should be able to... Well, can you see him now, directly in front of you?
No, actually, I still can't see any tokens down there.
All right. I'll take care of it for you. Go ahead and he's still on here anyways. I know what his AC and everything is. So you run in behind him, and he's just like a wide swing with his scimitar. He swings twice, and then you see him making a jabbing motion again, and Azra kind of shout out in pain. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go up behind him. I'm guessing he's facing, the other way, facing Azra.
Yeah, he's facing away. Yeah.
And stab him with the dread knife. Now I'm guessing he's standing right next to Azra, right? So no
she's on the other side of him. You can't see her. He's bigger.
Okay. So then just a regular attack, because I can't take attack since Azra's right there. So I'm just going to try to jab him in the neck with my dread knife.
Well, so that's the normal sneak attack way. Is there's an enemy of his within 5 feet, so you do still.
Oh yeah. Well then, okay. Then yes, I will use it then. Sorry. Yeah, because I forgot it was pressing as their health. Never mind. So.
Yep. Cool. So go ahead and roll your dread knife attack.
All right.
You can just click the attack button. There you go. Chat. Oh, natural 20. Nice. All right, go ahead and roll the damage, and obviously we'll have to double the sneak attack damage as well.
And then when the dread knife gets a critical, don't I get some of the damage back or something?
Yeah, you do. You get, it's a +7 damage for the dread knife. It says it in there. When you roll a 20 with your attack rolls with this magic weapon, your critical hits deal an extra 2d6 damage of the weapon type, and I think you deal like 10 at the back or something like that. So it's the damage roll for that, plus 2d6, plus 3d6 for sneak attack, and all those dice double. There's no way to...
There's a button on here for critical hit. Should I hit that or just hit normal? And you'll adjust it.
No, hit the critical hit button. Yeah, it'll automatically roll the bonus from the regular. Go ahead and roll 5d6 more, just so you can see how much damage it would have been. Because we still actually hang on. No, it'd be 5d6 normal. It'd be 10d6 because of the crit.
Okay, so how many more?
10d6.
10 more?
10d6. Go back and roll 12d6 because of your sneak attack and the Drin knife, both. And you double the dice for crits. So,
okay.
Total 10 plus the attack from the knife itself. So 46 damage total. He definitely does not survive that. You come sneaking in behind him, rushing up, and just jab your Drin knife up the spine, just slightly to the left of the spine, up through the rib cage and up through his heart, and then yank it free as he collapses forward onto Azra, very much dead. He would still have that gaping wound in his chest from the axe as well, but full on dead. That would have been more than his health loss of death would be revivified, not just healed anymore. All right, any bonus actions? You can cunning action to dash for more movement.
Yeah, actually, that's what I'll do. And then move back towards that door. Well, where I thought that door was. Right.
Okay. Well, you heard Ryloth go running through. Ryloth, sorry, go running through it, open it, and then run through it. So you know where it's at. It's off to the left. So just if you're dashing for the rest of your movement, go to the left a little bit more. All right, here I'll pull you into the room now because I don't see. Since it's a secret door, I probably have to do something to make it not look like a secret door anymore. All right, then you rush into the room. You see Ryloth is in there holding a doorknob shut, like pulling the door towards himself. It would open in the other direction, so open away from you guys. And he's holding the doorknob and pulling it towards himself, trying to hold the door shut. And if your turn.
Yeah. He's gonna say what you're in there.
Oh, you're not. Oh, is that all your action? Is that? You're not gonna go in? Where'd you even come from?
That's not as much as yet, as far as movement and everything too.
Yeah.
So. From the other side of the door, then, let's see. I don't know if that makes noise or not. Hang on one sec. I gotta check if something makes noise. That does not. All right. So you hear another door open and then slam shut, and stomp, 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 stomp of footprints running away. Oh shit! He would have been invisible at that point, so you wouldn't have actually been able to see him on the map. But I can't tell if you guys can see that or not. Anyway.
I can see him on my map still.
Okay.
Now
right.
I cannot.
Yeah, I just made it invisible. So you heard another door open and then slam shut, and then running away. When I was checking to see if it made noise, if the casting invisibility makes noise, but it did go invisible.
I don't think it does. As a guy who has casted invisibility on his characters like 400 times.
Yeah, for Pogo. And goes rushing away. It sounds like possibly down the same alleyway that you guys initially came in. But certainly out of to the point that earshot that he can't hear him in earshot anymore. But you do know the direction he's going. But for simplicity's sake, we'll go ahead and call it there, guys.
Okay.
What do you guys? Obviously, there's a lot to work on to make this smoother. Obviously, having this map was kind of a test on purpose. But thoughts? What do you guys think?
I think it's fine. I think knowing to click on the bullseye to target is cool, and I also really like when you click on something, then you can choose advantage, disadvantage, etc., etc.